need someone to be patient with me. What's going on? I almost had a heart attack. And this gonna be a good topic today, I'm telling you, man. Oh! Alright, let me stop. I feel like this will be valuable to anybody who watches it, anybody that struggles with lack of confidence, which I feel like is a lot of people. So if this video don't get 1 million views, no, I'm playing. I didn't have the belief in myself that I do now. And a lot of things made me not be confident, and a lot of things have made me become confident at the same time. So I wanted to just share that with you guys today, because I've learned a lot, man. Just being away from Orlando in general and experiencing something completely new changed my whole mind, man. On top of other things that I was doing as well. So I want to be transparent about that. I was just scared of how I looked. I was scared of how people thought of me, and I feel like ultimately that led to my demise. You know, that led to me not accomplishing the things that I believed that I could accomplish. I just wanted to be great at what I did. And I used to play basketball, and it was a battle. It was a constant battle, man. I really wanted to do a lot of great things with basketball, and I felt like because I lacked confidence and that belief in myself, I didn't go as far as I actually could have. Because there was always people around me saying like, damn, you're so good. Why are you here? Damn, you doing this? Why? How are you so good and you're at this school? How are you so good and you're not in college? And I'm like, you know, I don't know, but I did know. It's because of lack of confidence and lack of belief in myself. That's what it was, man. And I'm making this video, like, I still struggle with these things from time to time, but here for me was some of the things that really helped me improve my confidence. The first thing was keeping my promises, man, keeping promises to myself. And I'll give you guys an example. Like when I set an alarm at 4:30 and I don't get up, I hit the snooze button, and I end up getting up at like 6. When I get up at 6, I'm like, ugh, dang, like I really could have got up at 4:30. Like I did not have to sleep in. I was just catering to my feelings. I was making a decision based on how I feel. When you keep a promise with yourself, that's building a belief. Like I think of it as like a building block that's just constantly being put into place, because you say something, then you do it. You say something, then you do it. It's like the cement. You put the cement in there and then you rub it up with that little thing that they do. I don't know what it's called. Me keeping that promise to myself over time and even daily, it really improved the belief in my own words. And I feel like words do hold a lot of power. So we should never take those things lightly. Yeah, words are very powerful and empowering. You need to use them wisely, and you need to put action behind your words too. That kind of leads to the second one. Taking action on some of my weaknesses. Some of the things that I really struggled with was just like socializing. Like I never really cared to do it. You can ask anybody with me growing up. I was just always in my own world. I feel like it was because I was too focused on how I look and how people perceive me and what people think of me that I couldn't even focus on other people. And since I didn't care, I would have very low confidence when I would be in conversations with people, because it's like, I really didn't, I just wasn't there. I wasn't there mentally. I was too absorbed with myself. You know, kind of like it was a selfish act. Like some people might call that humble, but it was really selfish because I'm not even selfless enough to put down my thoughts and listen to yours. You know what I mean? That's for my psychology people. You know, I get pretty deep, but that's for future videos. Now this one hits near and dear. Well, all of these hit near and dear, really. But this one is just something that I had to do as of recently, because I was noticing some things, right? And it's nothing against nobody. I just want to make that clear. Like it's no bad love, it's no hate, it's none of that. It's like, you know, setting boundaries for people and setting boundaries for yourself. Like having lines that you can't cross and having lines that especially other people can't cross, man. Because if you don't respect yourself, who's gonna respect you? Nobody. Excuse my laugh. I'm a little weird that way, but I mean, it is what it is. You can try to set a boundary with somebody or try to have a conversation with them. And I've noticed, like, if they're not valuing your words, like what you're actually saying, the best thing to do is silence. That's why I love that video that I just posted, because it really hit me, bro. Like, it hit me near and dear. I was like, dang, that's real. Like, sometimes you got to kill people with silence. If people aren't taking your feelings into consideration, then just be quiet. Just be like, oh, okay. Got it. Got it. That's just how I think. Like, you know, keep going. Like, okay. Oh, yeah, you said that? Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, I understand now. I don't need to talk no more. There's no point in talking. If there's no reciprocity in a relationship, why are you in it? There's no point of it. I remember Chris Rock talking about this. He was like, yeah, it's hard to pick up a couch if one person's doing it. Like, yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a hard relationship. But when you have two people, right? Two people helping with that couch, it's a little bit easier. You know what I mean? It's a smoother ride. And I ain't trying to be on no rocky ride while I'm picking up a couch by my dang self. Oh, no, sir. Reciprocity 2023. Facts, bro. Don't pour into people that are not pouring into you, bro. And another thing. Just because somebody is pouring into you does not mean they have your best interests either. And that took me a while to understand. Like, there could be people that have ulterior motives that are doing things for you just because they want something in return. But they're not going to say that. They're not going to say that. They're going to start treating you different. They're going to start disrespecting you. They're going to start throwing slight jabs at you and you know, just treating you wrong. Next one. Having a routine, bro. This is so underrated. I think there was a study on this. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. There was something talking about, like, your room is a visual representation, right, of your mind. So if you got a messy room, that means you got a messy mind, you know? And I'm not trying to get all philosophical or whatever, because I believe that these things can happen. Like, you don't have to have a routine. I'm not saying, no, do this and you'll get this. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, for me, having a routine definitely helped my confidence, because believe it or not, we all have routines. It's either a good routine or a bad routine. So it's like, you're following some code, but is it the code you really want to be following? Like, did you choose to follow this routine, or did you kind of just fall into it? You get me? Good. Take care of yourself. Have a routine. Make a routine. And most importantly, make a routine that you like. Don't copy somebody else's routine. So like me, I like getting up early. I'm a morning person. Anybody that know, mornings, yeah, mornings, yeah. I'm a morning type of person. So I like getting up early. And I just feel more energized in the person. But then you got morning people, then you got night owls. Figure out what works for you. Don't copy me, because it may not work out for you. Figure out what fits you and stick with that, man. Find your own routine. But I think making a routine has been very very beneficial to my confidence building, for sure. Gotta save the best for last. This is the best one yet, and I don't understand why this took me so long to realize, because one of the closest people to me that I know does this with ease. I'm not gonna say their name, but this person has been a gem in my life, and I didn't even realize it. We've known each other for so long, man, so I just want to shout out to them. If you know, you know who I'm talking about. But just being vulnerable and authentic, man. Vulnerability and authenticity. Authenticity, because you can't fake. You can't be somebody you're not, at least for a long period of time. You're not going to be able to sustain that, and you're probably not going to be happy doing it. So why are you practicing being somebody else when you should be practicing being you? Preach! Why are you practicing being somebody else when you should be practicing being you? Why are you trying to work on somebody else? You're you, so why are you working on him? Why are you working on her? Stop looking at her. Stop looking at him. Work on you. Be you. Figure out what you like. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you don't like, most importantly. Figure out what you don't. You gotta figure out what you don't like, man, because you gotta have standards. If you don't know if you know what you like and you know what you don't like, that means you got standards. Usually, hopefully. It's just beautiful. It takes no effort. It takes no effort to be real. There's a lot of people that are fearful of being authentic and vulnerable. I would rather be hopeful than hopeless. Oh yeah, can I get an amen? I would rather be hopeful than hopeless, man. It's just so much better. It's so much more to live for when you have hope for something. Like, I've met a few people that told me they're hopeless, like they don't know why they're living. And I'd be like, why? Like, I ask a lot of questions. For those that don't know me, I do ask a lot of questions if I'm genuinely like interested in or intrigued. I've been around people that just have no hope. They don't trust no more. They don't love no more. They don't believe that things can change. They believe things are just the way they are, and that's just how it has to be. Seeing that your whole life, it's tough. It's tough, and I feel like that's where a lot of my lack of belief came from. This is turning into a therapy session right now. Just hearing that, like, oh no, you can't do it that way. Oh, nah, you can never do it. Oh, your kids are gonna be like, oh, no, you can't do it like that. You ain't gonna make it. Like, just everything you could freaking think of, just thrown at your head. And I know I'm not the only person that went through that. I know I'm not. Putting their limiting beliefs on you because they can't do it. Not because you can't do it, because they can't do it. The easiest conversations to have are when they're genuine, when they're authentic, when they're not forced, and most importantly, when you're vulnerable. You know, that took me so long to really understand. Like, why would you want to be somebody else when God gave you you? He gave you you for a reason. And you out here throwing away God's gift because you want to be liked? You want to be cool? You want to be fresh? You want to be Philly cheesesteak? Like, what do you want to do? Who are you really doing it for? You know, and I had to ask myself that question, like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just understand that it's okay. It's all right to be you. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody is meant to either. But as soon as you accept that, the sooner you go on to leading a happy and prosperous life. Not worry about nobody else. There's no point. That's something I really struggle with, so I don't want to brush over that. Like, I really struggle with that. But I was scared to do things that would make people not like me. It was like being, like, I was free, but I was still in jail at the same time. That was me, man. Like, just a very insecure kid, scared of the world, and just scared of making a mistake. Scared of being laughed at, scared of being rejected, scared of being anything. And now, me, 25 years old, a lot more confident, a lot more certain with myself, a lot more secure with myself, has a better idea of where he's trying to go in life. This train is still choo-chooing, I'll tell you that much. It's been a long journey, man, and I still got a long one to live. 25, hopefully I could live to my dream number, 103. That's a whole 78 years left. 78 years left on this earth, God willing. Before you go out here doubting yourself and saying you can't do it, yeah, you can. You don't want to do it. There's a difference. I hope you guys took some value from this. And if you liked the video, leave a comment. You can leave emojis. I'd rather thoughts. But it is what it is, man, because I want to connect with you guys. And I feel like the best way to do that, it should just be real. The last one on here is just being real, authentic, and vulnerable, man. And that's what I've been with you guys today. And I'm sure that's why you're still watching this video. And hope to be speaking. I love you so much.
Hi.
How you doing, sugar mama? Cause you're calling in production again.
I'm sorry, you don't tell me these things, and then I'm like, what happened to this man?
No, but I hope you guys took something away from this video. I just wanted to be real with you guys and let you guys know some of my experiences that I've been going through in life. So love y'all. Catch you in the next one, all right? They don't even need to be as famous as me.